Hey guys, it's your boy Fiscon here with another video on the Steam Deck, and this time I want to talk about Kenshi and how this game in particular plays. It reads as playable, and it says the reason is for that text you might have to invoke the on-screen keyboard, but other than that it says everything works well, and that is the case. Everything does work well. They're coming out with Kenshi 2 here soon, so hopefully that'll be the same with that, but just want to show you guys what it looks like when you boot it up. Sorry about the kitty. I just adopted a cat the other day from a local shelter. She's very vocal. It's the first cat I've ever had. For this one, when it comes to the layout, I used a community layout, and the guy who made it, he did a wonderful job, and I'll show you who did that. And at first, I wasn't too keen on the click, so I did change that, but it made sense what he did. It was just that I had developed habits. That's why I changed it. Oh yeah, and so you can do mods. I haven't been able to get them to work, but I haven't tried. So when I loaded this, I had mods pre-installed from my PC. So they should have installed, but they don't seem to all work. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, if that's a function Steam plans to work on. It's crazy because today's day 3 of her being here, and the first 2 days she slept under my bed, but today she came out and is all about the attention. Anyways, so go ahead, start a new game. Actually, let's go over that control format real quick. So you go to controller settings like with everything else, and I use Enclave Kenshi Binding 1.0. So you go to community layouts, and it's right there. Ironically enough, it's the only one. The only thing I change, so if I go ahead and install it, the only thing I would change for me personally, so I go to trackpads and I change it from middle mouse click, and the reason he has it to middle mouse click makes sense, and I'll go over that. I changed it to left mouse click because I like to utilize the click function on this trackpad to activate what I'm selecting. That's just personal preference, and that's really what's great about the Steam Deck is you have so many options. Relax, buddy. I was thinking about doing a slave playthrough on this. See how hard that would be. I started one back in the day, but I never finished. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty rough, actually. Alright. Is it always female? Oh yeah, we'll go with that. Nice beard. So the way he has it set up is left trigger is your left click, right trigger is your right click. So if you right click, you get your selection, and then you can left click to move, basically. You left click to select things as well. But I changed it so that left click engages with this pad. Before he had it set up so when you would click this pad, you could then look around. He also uses the joystick to move the mouse around, but if you click the joystick in, it does the same thing. And then, so if you were to click this pad in, you could also look around like this while clicking it in. It's really ingenious, but I was so used to not doing that. Hey, this is one of the mods. So this over here, I'm pretty sure this is a mod. It adds traders, local traders. I'm like 90% sure that's a mod. Yeah, I'm almost certain this is a mod, and it works. And that's more expensive than it was in the thingy. Anyways, back to what I was doing. So mods do work. That's dope. Would explain the activity. And then for zoom out and zoom in, he has that in here. So you use your L1 to zoom out, your R1 to zoom in. And then to the way I do the turn is he has one of the back buttons set up, particularly, what is it called? L5, so it's this bottom left one. If you click L5, click and hold, then you can use the trackpad or the joystick to then move your camera. And then again, you use that left trigger to assign tasks for your character, like direction. in this case. Oh, whoops. And then once you get used to it, I mean, it gets pretty easy. And we'll go over here and mine some. And then this is obviously your start bar, start button. This is your map, as well as access to faction research per usual. You can also use the, I think it's L2 or L3. No, it's R4. So your R4 key will activate your research menu, which you can also access with your option key. I don't know what R5 does. It is assigned a key, but I don't know what that hotkey does in the game. Whoops, actually it was right here. Mode shift. Okay, that makes sense. So that's kind of like holding down the shift key, for example, or FN. I think. If that's how I'm understanding that. So if I hit that and then another button. Oh. Mode shift, left trackpad. So it changes the trackpads. Whoa. Oh, okay, that's cool. So if you hold R5 and then you use the left trackpad, you can change the time settings. I assume one of these is pause. No. Yeah, because I can't do that now. That's dope. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I didn't even know you could do that. That's so cool. I did try to go. You can access the build menu, but obviously I'm not far enough in to build anything, and I didn't want to load a saved world that I do have buildings because I didn't want to. I didn't want to corrupt them or anything like that if the mods didn't load. But based on the fact that that mod's working in there, that's pretty cool. It seems like it would have sorted itself out. Let's see if we can do like camping. Yeah, looks like that's too close still. Now what I'm curious about is I'll have to do more research on that. I don't know if you can adjust the direction of campfires. I want to know how. So this control scheme has everything down for the most part. I just don't know if it has building down. But otherwise, this game is more than playable when it comes to the Steam Deck, especially with the use. The biggest thing you'll find is that with this layout, there's a lot of hotkeys, and you just gotta learn them. Okay, so inventory is Y in this case, and this opens your skills. Oh, that's pause. So if you hold R5, you can fast forward, slow down. You change the speed with R5 and the left mouse pad, and then A is just pause. Okay, that's huge for this game because you find yourself pausing a lot, especially when you're in combat, which sounds cheaty, but hey, it works. So then Y is inventory. Yeah, I could literally just do a let's play right here, right now with this. So, are these bandits? Whoops. Is it right click? No. Left click. Why can't I select them? Oh, I already did. Holy Nation Outlaws, Escaped Servants. Oh. You mining? What you doing there, bud? Oh, I gotta give the order. Okay, so right click. So this one is right click. The left side's right click. This one's, I guess you can just read. Hope that's legible. But yeah, there's not much else to show, but I'll go ahead and head back into town. It's crazy how much he can do with this when it comes to utilizing a custom, what's the word I'm looking for? Controller layout. It's insane what you're capable of doing. Hell, I'm sure he's figured out a way to include the floors. Oh man, I hate it when I do that. That is a lot of weapons. Ooh, bread. 30. Damn, that's expensive. See, this gives you 30 nutrition, but it's 600. This one gives you 25, and it's only 175. Yeah, any day. Ah, yes. You see, Gohan is 75 nutrients, but where's the cube? So this one's 75, but it costs 390. The cube's like 1200, but because it's 2 squares less, it's twice. No, that's almost 3 times the price, because it only takes up a 2x2 cube. I think that's probably why it's called a food cube or something like that. But it's crazy, that price difference. The pricing's pretty brutal in the beginning. And this is just a wanderer, so that's a pretty easy start. Oops. We got the Thief Guild over here, right? Yeah, so basically the way I see this, you know, it just comes down to memorizing a good layout for this game when it comes to the key bindings. And our guy over here, what was his name? Can I read a description on this? Definitely upvote. Am I not connected to the internet? Is that the issue? I have noticed with this Steam Deck that I find myself disconnecting from the internet more often than I would like. Like, it becomes an issue. But I don't know if that's just a generation problem because this is an early model or what. Well, it won't connect properly anyway, so. Trying to see the name on here, but maybe his name is the Enclave. I think that might be it, but it's called Enclave, so I don't know. Because these say template, whereas this one says the Enclave. So who knows? But whoever made this works great. It's the only one available, and he did an amazing job. And then you just adjust it. Like, I prefer to click. I prefer to use, oh look, I set it to default. So by default, if you press down on the trackpad, then you turn around, it's like this. You can change views, which is fine, but because he also has it set up 2 other methods. So he has 3 methods in total to do it. Utilize the L5 key and then turn. You don't have to hold it down. And then if you press this joystick, you can turn. And because I would prefer to rather click instead of utilize this for turn, which is very intuitive. It's easy. It makes sense because then you just use the triggers to do your clicking. So you go to inventory and then right trigger to access inventory, or in this case Y. You know, he has a Y key, but whatever you want to select, you would utilize the right trigger. But I preferred personally, which is why I love the way this, how easy it is to change this. I just would rather have it be left click when I press down, right? So instead of doing the middle mouse, which you'll see over here, middle mouse click is on L5. So now I can just do what I want with that instead. And it was that easy. I mean, I changed it just like that. I didn't have to think about it too hard. I didn't have to go through any hoops. And that's what's crazy, I think, about the Steam Deck, is you can customize it. And you can customize on the PC. You can customize on the Xbox, I think. But I don't know. It's a huge thing for me that it's that easy. I literally just hit one button. Well, bam, I'm right there. Well, technically, I think it brings you over here. But then you hit the arrow over. But anyways, the whole point of the video is to show how viable it is. And I love Kenshi. The game's great. I can't wait for Kenshi 2 to come out. It's on its way, and I think it's going to do great. And you can play Kenshi on the Steam Deck. It's a super easy platform to play on. And I think you can do it. The only thing I haven't been able to test is what it's like to build, to play structures, to orientate them. Because it's hard enough as is on PC without mods that do it to get them level and stuff like that. So it's a real pain in the butt. So I don't know what it's going to be like on the Steam Deck. But it's a very viable platform to play the game on.